for biology video class. Digestion and absorption we have completed so far. So in previous classes and all we have seen about digestion and absorption. Now we have completed. So in unit 5, human physiology, that is, in that first chapter is digestion and absorption, I think. So now we have completed that. Now we are entered into the new chapter that is very interesting, like digestion and absorption, and as well as important also, because already as we said, human physiology, which consists 13 marks for NEET. So 13 marks comes from human physiology. So concentrate in human physiology, then read. Okay, right. So in digestion and absorption, in last video we have explained about absorption of food in small intestine, large intestine, in stomach, in mouth. Then after that we have completed disorder of digestive system. So like that we have completed the digestion and absorption. Okay, right. Then I think I want to ask you one question. Do we need energy? Yes, of course. Everyone need energy. Not only human being, all living organisms need energy. Do you know why? For what? It is for to do some work, to grow, to live. For that we need energy. So how we are getting energy? The next question, how we are getting energy? So we are getting energy from the food. Is it correct or not? Yes. Energy which is released, which is getting from food, when it is get inside of the body, then it is digested. So food will be digested in our body, and what happened? It is taken by blood, and as well as lymph also it is taking, I think that fat droplets and all taken by lymph. So mainly the nutrients will be carried out by blood. So fat droplets carried out by lymph, I think. In last video I have explained. Then the food is digested by digestive system. So it is carried out by circulatory system. Then it is reached to tissue. So what happened? Digestion, and what? Circulation. That means the blood is carrying the all nutrients to the tissues. Then in the tissue is made up of what? Cells. So the cells getting nutrients. Then what happened? Inside the cell, one processes happen. That is called as respiration. That process, in the process of respiration, what happened? The energy is released. So energy is released by the process of respiration. Okay. So here you see digestion done by digestive system, circulation done by circulatory system. Here respiration happen in cells. But how? That means in this lesson we are going to see how respiration is happen, what it is get inside, what is the end product, we are going to see. So respiration, that means it is belongs to respiratory system, because the nutrients, the simple food plus what? Oxygen. The simple food plus oxygen combined together and releasing energy. You know why? Because in previous classes, that means in 10th standard, in previous year 10th standard and all, you have studied the respiratory system. So the simple food example, glucose plus oxygen, which is released what? Energy. So how we are getting oxygen? Where it goes? What are the process will be happening in the cell? What it is released? That all the things we are going to see in this chapter. So the chapter name is breathing and exchange of gases. Breathing and exchange of gases. So in this chapter we are going to see how we are breathing, then how that gaseous exchange will be happen, that all the things we are going to see. So the chapter number is 17, breathing and exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. This is the chapter name. Breathing and exchange of gases. In this chapter, what are the topics we are going to cover? First topic is respiratory organs. Respiratory organs. Second topic, human respiratory system. Human respiratory system. Third one, mechanism of breathing. Mechanism of breathing. The fourth one, exchange of gases. Fifth one, transport of gases. Then disorder of respiratory system. So these are all the topics we are going to cover in this chapter, breathing and exchange of gases. Okay, as I said before, the animal physiology unit is very important. Here we have how many marks? 13 marks per need. So don't forget that. So just you go through the NCERT book, as well as you have to watch video classes. You have to continuously watch video classes and concentrate here, right? Next, I want to say from the beginning of this lesson, metabolism, anabolism, catabolism. Because when we start the lesson, I think in first chapter, that is I think, for all living organisms characteristics we know. In that, metabolism is one of the character. Sir, metabolism, that means what? Why we need to study here metabolism? That means metabolism is one of the process which synthesis complex metabolism that means one of the chemical process Metabolism that means one of the chemical process. In that we have two types. One is anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism, catabolism. So metabolism that means chemical process. It is very important. It is maintain the life. Which one? That chemical process, whatever it may be. The chemical process which is maintained, that is occur in the living organism to maintain their life. So that is metabolism. Then we have anabolism, catabolism. Here the anabolism, that means synthesis. This complex from simple. It needed that means it used here. The catabolism breakdown of complex materials or complex molecules into simple. Actually it releases energy. So metabolism that means it is chemical process. It is occur in all living organisms. So that's why it is living characteristics of living organisms to maintain their life. Then we have two types. One is anabolism and another one is the catabolism. It synthesis complex molecules from the simple molecules. So from the simple molecules to complex molecule will be formed. So it require energy in that anabolism. In catabolism, it is breaking down actually. The complex molecules will be breaking and it is formed into simple form. It releases the energy. So here the catabolism, why I said, that means respiration is catabolism process. Respiration is catabolism process. What we have said here, breakdown of complex. Here glucose is breaking down. Glucose is breaking down and releasing what? Energy. So that's why the respiration is a catabolic process. So here they will ask some questions here. Whether the respiration is anabolic process or catabolic process. That means just close your eyes and write what? It is catabolic process. Because it is breaking down and it is releasing energy. So respiration is a catabolic process. That's why here I said what is metabolism, what is anabolism, what is catabolism. In this lesson it is very important. So that's why I said in beginning. Okay, right. The next, sir, breathing and exchange of gases, which is belongs to respiratory system. Studying about respiratory system, that means studying about lungs. Okay, so studying about lungs and studying about the disease of lungs, it is called as pulmonology. It is a branch of biology where we can study what about lungs. It is what? Pulmonology. In digestive system, it is what? Gastrology. So here pulmonology. Right. Then after that, in respiratory system, you know, I think all living organisms require oxygen. Okay, and carbon dioxide. So the respiration, that means it is that we have two kinds of respiration. One is external respiration and internal respiration. External respiration is breathing. External respiration is breathing. So breathing is commonly known as respiration. Breathing is commonly known as respiration. Commonly known as respiration. Okay. So what happened here? So external, that means breathing. What it is internal, that means inside the cell. So it is called as cellular respiration. It is called as cellular respiration. So in respiration, that we have two types. The respiration belongs to the respiratory system. Studying about the respiratory system is called as pulmonology. That means studying about lungs. Right? So pulmonology. Pulm, that is lungs. Okay, right. So breathing is commonly known as respiration. So what is meant by breathing? It is simple. Taking oxygen and releasing what? Carbon dioxide. So breathing is simple. Taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. So where we can get the oxygen? So atmosphere. So in the atmosphere we can get what? So in the atmosphere we have air. In the air what is present? Oxygen. So oxygen is intake by what? Intake by lungs. That means through the nostrils it is go inside of it, get inside of the lungs. Then it is taken by the blood and it is reached to where? Cells. Then in cells what process is happen? As we said before, catabolic process. That catabolic process is what? Respiration. So that it released what? Carbon dioxide. It released what? Carbon dioxide. So that carbon dioxide again it is taken by the blood. Again it is taken by the blood. That being carried by the blood. Then it is reached to where? Lungs. And through the nostrils it is released into where? To the atmosphere. So this like processes happen. This is like a cycle. So from the atmosphere, the living organisms taking oxygen and it is utilized by the cell. It is released carbon dioxide. Then it is carried out by the blood and it is enter into the lungs. Then it is released. It has happened in human body. So this is what? This is like a cycle. Okay, right. The next one, the first topic is what we said, respiratory organs. So does all the living organisms having same respiratory organs? No. We have different kinds of respiratory organs. What are all the different kinds of respiratory organs? I mean, as we know, that is lungs, okay, gills, even moist skin. Even in the surface area, even in the surface area, example amoeba you can take. So in the plasma membrane, it is getting what? Oxygen and releasing what? Carbon dioxide, because by the diffusion. So we have different kinds of respiratory organs that we are going to see. What are all the animals using different kinds of organs? That means respiratory organs. We will see now. Okay, here we can take this is part 1. Part 1. Okay, because in one class we can write part 1, part 2, part 3. It is easy to study because whenever you search videos, part 1, chapter 17, breathing and exhaling, you can search easily and you can study easily. So, respiratory organs. Respiratory organs. So, this is the first topic in this chapter. So, here before we told about what? General instruction about what? The breathing and exchange of gases. So, now we know how that air getting inside, what it is happening inside, then what it is released, carbon dioxide is released, we know. What is anabolism, what is catabolism, what is metabolism, we know. What are the systems involved in this respiration that we know. So now we are going to see what? Respiratory organs. Respiratory organs, that means it is depending upon the habitat. Depending on habitat. Sir, how? That means because we have different kinds of habitat. I think terrestrial, aquatic, in air. Some animals fly in the air. So some animals live in water. Some animals live on terrestrial. What kind of respiratory organs present? So it is depending on their habitat. So based on the habitat only, it is designed. Which one? Respiratory organs. Okay, one by one we will see. So first we will take invertebrates. First we will take invertebrates. Differentiation between invertebrates and vertebrates. Invertebrates, which means what? Which does not possess backbone. Which do not have backbone. Examples: sponges, coelacanthrates, and next what we have flatworms, etc. So these all the things invertebrates because it do not have backbone. So how it can breathe? How it can respire? That means what? By the diffusion. By the diffusion. So in their surface area, that means in their body surface area, it is taking what? Oxygen, and it is utilized and release what? Carbon dioxide. So by the diffusion process. Diffusion process already I said that even in the last class also I said diffusion is what? The molecules move from the higher concentration to lower concentration. That means higher concentration gradient. That means concentration gradient to low concentration. That we have seen that. So diffusion. So by the process of diffusion, oxygen getting inside and it is utilized and it is released what? Carbon dioxide. It is one respiratory organ. That means the surface of the body. Right. Sponges, coelacanthrates, flatworms. And next one, earthworm. Earthworm. It is using moist skin. Moist skin. It is used what? Moist skin. And next one, insects. Insects. That is tracheal tubes. It is what? Tracheal tubes. And next one, aquatic. Aquatic, that is gills, except whales and dolphins. Except whales and dolphins, because whales and dolphins which use lungs to breathe, Okay, where you can see while you are going in the sea, where you can see many dolphins which is jump from the water. Okay, then next one, even whales also which is present in the water surface to breathe. Okay, there we have some holes. From the holes, it is taking the oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. So whales and dolphins which use lungs. The next one, aquatic animals which use what? Gills. Next, terrestrial. Terrestrial use lungs. Terrestrial use lungs. So, earthworm by moist skin, insects, tracheal tubes. Then next one, aquatic gills, aquatic organism gills, except whales and dolphin. Then terrestrial animal lungs. Okay, here the terrestrial animals, that means that we can say even in the bird, even reptiles, mammals. Okay, that all the things, reptiles, mammals, and even amphibians also. Amphibian, you see. Amphibian which use moist skin and lungs. So moist skin which is used in where? In water. When it comes on land, it uses lungs. So amphibian use two kind of respiratory system. Terrestrial animal, as I told before, what? Reptiles, mammals, then birds. Then amphibian comes here. And next one, fishes and all, this comes what? Aquatic organisms. So it is used what gills. So based on the habitat, it have different kinds of respiratory organs. Okay, right. So moist skin, lungs. Then mammals, the respiratory system is well developed respiratory system. Among this respiratory organs, the mammals respiratory system only is well developed. Next we are going to see what? Human respiratory system. So next topic is what? Human respiratory system. Human respiratory system. Human respiratory system which consists lungs. Because each and every system which consists what? Some organs. So likewise here also we have some organs. One important organ is what? Lungs. Lungs, where it is situated? That means in the thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity means chest cavity. In the chest cavity, the lungs is situated. Okay, so it is actually in the thoracic cavity. It is formed, the thoracic cavity which is formed dorsally, ventrally, laterally, in down. Different different kinds of bones. One is the lungs, the thoracic cavity. Okay, dorsally, in dorsal side it is covered by the thoracic cavity, dorsal side which is covered by vertebral column. Actually the thoracic cavity which is called it as airtight chamber. Airtight chamber. Because the four sides which is covered by the bones. What are the bones? That means the dorsal side is vertebral column. It is backbone thing. And next one, ventral side is sternum. Ventral side is sternum. And next one, sternum. Next one, lateral side. Lateral side by ribs. Lateral side is ribs. Then downside. Downside, it is formed by dome-shaped sheet, that is called as diaphragm. So the thoracic cavity, which is covered by the vertebral column, sternum, ribs, and dome-shaped diaphragm. These all the things protect the lungs, as well as lungs covered by one layer. It is double layer. That is called as pleura. In that we have internal membrane, external membrane. So internal pleural membrane. And external pleural membrane. So there we have two membranes in the pleura covering. So it is general things about lungs. What other parts will be there? I will say that. Then apart from that, lungs, actually it is in the thoracic cavity. Where we have any changes in the thoracic cavity, if you have any changes, that will affect the lungs. That means the pulmonary cavity, that means inside the lungs, pulmonary cavity will be affected. So in any situation, thoracic cavity which should not alter. If any alter will be there, that means lungs will be affected. So any changes present in the thoracic cavity, that means the lungs will be affected. So we could not change the volume of lungs. Okay, for lungs we have separate volume. That volume should not affected. Okay, so we should take care of thoracic cavity, that means chest cavity. How we are giving important for the skull, because inside the skull what we have, brain. So likewise in the chest cavity we have one important organ, lungs, as well as another one important organ is what? Heart. So we need to give more attention to the thoracic cavity. So next we are going to see the structure of human respiratory system. What are the parts will be there, we will see. Here we have double layer. Already I said that. That is what? Pleura. We have one pair of lens. So the outer layer is what? Pleura. It is covered by pleura. It is covered by pleura. This ending, the ball-like structure is alveoli. This called it as what? Alveoli. Right. So this is epiglottis. Epiglottis. This is larynx. This is trachea. This is internal, external pleural membrane. Pleural membrane. Next one, this small branch. This small branch. Here we have one branch. Here we have two branches. It is main branches. It is sub branches. This is primary, this is secondary, this is tertiary. Okay, the tertiary branch is known as branchiolus. Branchiole. In plural, branchiolus. Okay, this is what? Diaphragm. Diaphragm. Lungs. Okay. So this branch is known as the primary branch is known as bronchus. Okay, so if it is singular, that means bronchi. So bronchi, then we have two bronchi, so it is known as bronchus. Okay, so the Epiglottis, you know, which is present in pharynx. Okay, so the next one larynx, then trachea, then alveoli, pleural membrane. Inside the pleural membrane, in between the gap, then we have pleural fluid. So the pleural fluid, it is for lubricating. Okay, so in the surface of the thoracic cavity and the lungs, which is prevent. So it is prevent the what? Friction. It is prevent the friction from the lungs and thoracic cavity. So next, the air which is entered into where? That means the air entered into the nostril. Into the nostrils. So nostril is the entering part of the air. You know anything? Above the upper lips, there we have two holes. It is what? Nostril. Then nasal passage is there. In the nasal passage, before that, you know that in mouth we have mouth opening. After that we have oral cavity or mouth cavity. Here nostril we have beginning. After that nasal passage, the air enters the nostril, then it is entered into the nasal passage. Then it goes to pharynx. Pharynx, you know already, it is common passage for wind and food. Okay, pharynx. The next, it is entered into the larynx. Then it is entered into the trachea. Then bronchi. Then bronchioles, then alveoli. So in the alveoli, gaseous exchanges happen. Where gaseous exchanges happen? In the alveoli. Okay, right. So first we will see that how the larynx. Larynx is what? It is voice box. Actually, why it is called as voice box or sound box? That means it is used to produce sound. So it is what? Sound box or voice box. Okay. In pharynx, already you know that it is the buccal cavity. Here we have nasal passage. Here we have what? Nasal passage. Okay. Nasal passage. This area is what? Pharynx. This area is what? Pharynx. This is mouth. This is nostril. This is mouth. Nostril. So in the nostril, the air is entered, then it enter into the nasal passage, then it goes to where? Pharynx. Here you know the division will be there. That is for what? For windpipe. It is what? Windpipe. Windpipe, that means trachea. It is what? Trachea. Here what it is present? Esophagus. So here what it is present? One flap-like projection is there. That is what? Epiglottis. So that flap-like projection is what? Epiglottis. After that, then we have trachea opening. Trachea opening, that is called as glottis. That is called as glottis. So that glottis prevented from the food by the epiglottis. So that's why we said windpipe protected by what? Epiglottis from the food. When food is entered, what it is happen? It will close, then it goes to where? Food pipe. Okay. So the epiglottis, which is protect the glottis. Glottis is the opening of trachea. Then after that we have what? Larynx. Larynx is what? Voice box which produce voice. Then trachea, the air which is entered into the trachea. Here epiglottis I have written. So epiglottis is present. After that larynx is present. Then trachea is present. So afterwards the trachea, it is consists of cartilaginous rings. Cartilaginous rings. It consists cartilaginous rings like this. It prevent from the collapse. So if there is no cartilaginous rings, that means it will shrink. So due to the cartilaginous ring, it will always open. The air will move easily. So it is prevent from the collapse of trachea, which means cartilaginous rings. So still now you have understood that. Up to trachea you have understood that. So in next class we will see about bronchus and bronchioles and alveoli and diaphragm. Okay. So now today we have seen about what? Respiratory system, how we are getting the air, what it is happening inside, what is respiration, what is anabolism, what is catabolism. Okay. Then next, what are the systems involved in the respiration. The next one, what are the topics to be covered in this lesson. Then in human respiratory system structure we have seen. Okay. So how air will be moved from the nostril to lungs. That way of air moving we have written here as a pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, then bronchioles. I hope you all understood that. In next class we will see about lungs. After the bronchus, what it has happened, we will see. Thank you for your cooperation. You have to see the video and next go through the initiative book. Only I am telling, you have to read. Okay. Thank you very much.